from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports.
Well, the road to Dallas was not an easy one for the Missouri Tigers. They had some ups and downs along the way. KOMU 8's Chris Trevino looks back at what it took for the Tigers to get there.
The Missouri Tigers began their second season in the SEC with 4 non-conference games. The season kicked off at home against Murray State, where after being off the field for 658 days, Henry Josey ran over the exact spot where he suffered his injury to score a 68-yard touchdown run on his first game back.
Running right side, Josey gets outside to the 45, to the 50, to the 40 of Murray State, right sideline, outruns the defender to the 10, to the 5, dives to the end zone, and to the house. Welcome back, Angleton, Texas native.
And give Mizzou win number 1. The Tigers went on to pick up wins against Coach Pinkel's former team, Toledo, and a Big Ten opponent, Indiana, plus the Red Wolves of Arkansas State to close out non-conference play with a perfect 4-0 mark.
Touchdown, Missouri.
Year 2 of the SEC began on the road at Vanderbilt, where the Tigers continued to roll. Despite losing quarterback James Franklin to a shoulder injury, the Tigers upset Georgia on the road and grabbed a win over Florida in Matty Mock's debut. Mizzou's homecoming game started off on the right foot, with the Tigers taking a 17-zip lead over South Carolina heading to the fourth quarter. But then Connor Shaw helped the Gamecocks tie the game, and when Andrew Baggett missed a field goal in double overtime, Mizzou had its first loss of the year. The Tigers bounced back, picking up solid wins against Tennessee and Kentucky. Franklin returned as the starter at Ole Miss and helped the Tigers pick up a win at the Grove, leaving the Tigers needing a win over Texas A&M to punch their ticket to Atlanta. With the game tied and the East title up for grabs, Henry Josey exploded.
Josey running left, cuts it back right, gets a breakaway to midfield, to the 40, being chased to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the house. Henry Josey.
Helping the Tigers win the SEC East title outright. In Atlanta, Mizzou struggled to keep up with the Auburn Tigers, falling short of the championship title. For the Mizzou Extra, Chris Trevino, KOMU 8 Sports.
Well, despite its setbacks on homecoming and in the SEC championship game, the Tigers still had defied expectations of their 2013-2014 season. When predicted to finish 6th in the Eastern Division, they set out and grabbed first place. Now they're playing in the Cotton Bowl, and the fairy tale season rolls on. And part of that fairy tale season includes Max Copeland's story when he walked on to receiving a scholarship to now starting on offense. We picked this story up at the last home game, better known as Mizzou's Senior Night. And if you were at Tiger Walk, you saw Copeland's banner in which he had long locks and a picture presentable as well as a pair of crazy eyes, which is totally him.
I think I might be the only one that knows me.
The man, the myth, the legend.
He could star in the movie Braveheart. So he would just walk in and they'd hire him.
Smelly, rock and roll, funny.
I think I bring the rock and roll. Yeah. It's just the beards, puking, bleeding. Yeah, that's the holy triumvirate of Max Copeland.
There's a guy that kept his nose and his whole head to the grindstone tonight. Our man, Copeland.
You don't think he loves that?
No, he's not even going to wipe that off when the game's over.
It's that Santa Claus beard, that just gets you right there. A receding hairline, but with great hair in the back. That's why he always wears the bandana, to be honest.
I think he should be a poker player or something like that.
You know, he's a fiery dude who people think he's just putting on a front, but he's the same cat you get closed doors and open doors.
He's a guy, literally, when I'm coming into the weight room, he's in there. When I'm leaving, he's still in there. If I go home and come back, he'd be in the weight room still. I mean, that's just the type of guy he is.
Not anybody that outworks him.
You just don't tell him he can't do something because you're not going to get a scholarship here. Well, he got a scholarship. You're not going to play here. Well, he played here. You're not going to start here. Well, he started here and had a real good year. So that's kind of the message for Max Copeland.
You can always walk in a room and somehow be the hardest working, and you can do that anywhere. And I wanted to make anything I accomplish here a testament to that.
For the Mizzou Extra, I'm Maddie Glab, KOMU 8 News, Arlington, Texas.
But with all the talk about Mizzou football, don't forget about the Mizzou basketball team. The 11-1 Tigers host the 4-9 Long Beach State 49ers tomorrow at Mizzou Arena for their last non-conference game of the season. Missouri's been led this season by juniors Jordan Clarkson and Jabari Brown. Clarkson is averaging 20 points a game, and Brown is scoring 18.1 per matchup. Tip-off is set for 4 o'clock. And the Chiefs take on the Colts in Indianapolis tomorrow at 3:35 in the first round of the NFL playoffs. Both teams finished the regular season with 11 wins and 5 losses. Kansas City lost 23-7 at home to the Colts in Week 16, and now Chiefs right tackle Eric Fisher will miss the game due to groin and shoulder injuries. Meanwhile, linebacker Tamba Hali is still listed as questionable with a left knee sprain. That's sports, folks.
Aqueous Vapor E6,